Hey, kitty.
Meow.
What do you want to do tonight?
Meow meow.
Do you want to watch a movie?
Meow.
Ha, which one?
It's time, GBGBs, for the cat show. Get all your treats and do lots of bits and sometimes talk. Here is the Litterboxd.
Hello and welcome to Good Boys Gone Bland. I am your co-host, Denali.
I'm your co-host, Ryan.
I'm your co-host, Jace. Meow.
And welcome to the show, everybody. We are on episode 6.
You were losing
of
our fucking minds is what's going on.
Litterboxd season.
Meow.
Look, I wanted to
Meow.
I wanted to change the energy of the episode.
So you're doing weird vocal inflection? What?
I just thought it would shake us up in a cool, exciting way. Yeah, we're on episode 6 of Litterboxd.
Wow.
Our cat season. We're already halfway done.
Let's take stock
Yeah.
pretty quick because,
Please.
at least for me personally, I didn't really realize or fully appreciate that we were doing a cat season until about 3 movies in.
Same,
So,
yeah.
so it doesn't feel like normally when we have a 10 episode season, by 6, I'm wanting to shoot my TV and throw my DVD player in the trash. But I
That'd be
feel like
animal cruelty.
we're still in the up.
True.
Do you guys feel the same way? Are we still in the up?
I agree. Normally, like if we're especially if we're doing an actor, for example, I'm scratching at that post right now. I'm trying to get the fuck out of there. But right now, I'm like transition into a cat podcast ? Like that's how I'm feeling.
It might be the play.
We've got like 2 more movies rubbing on my belly before I bite, you know?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Like
I'm gonna get you.
we're in good territory right now.
Because I think pure enjoyment wise, I think this, as far as like the movies we go, we don't have to talk about the movie we watched today necessarily.
At all.
I think
this
there's been a
whole
lot
episode.
of yeah, we're not going to talk about it.
Fly right over it, really.
The people who watch this,
I'm gonna be so pissed.
yeah, like I feel like there's a lot of variety. I feel like cat movies have got that cat thing on them. Like we kind of talk about what a cat
Yeah.
movie is. All right.
This is my sort of like hypothesis now too. Like I think
Yeah.
cat movies have a different person who makes them than dog movies. Like
Definitely.
dog movies are meant to appeal to the masses, to put butts in theater seats on Thanksgiving weekend, right? And it needs to be loved by all. It can't take any sort of direction. Cat movies are different.
Yeah.
They're soft in some places, and then they're fierce and pointy in other places. And I just feel every single cat movie I go into right now, at least, is I don't know what I'm getting in for. It's kind of like hanging out with a cat.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to give you some
I
stats
did, yeah.
on that first. I'm going to
Okay.
jump in here for a second because I want to
Please.
say that the movie we watched today was produced by All-American Ron Miller. 6'4",
Okay.
200 pounds, went to USC, played for the Los Angeles Rams, baby. Okay, that's who
Wow.
makes cat movies.
Fuck yeah.
That's so random, Jason. Probably back when the Rams were here at LA.
It's
Yeah.
a Disney executive. Well, yeah, he played in 1956, so they were definitely there at that point.
I'm trying to think about too, like a cat person.
To me, it's kind of like how there's this idea that you have to be dressed in latex to go to a bar in Munich. No, wait, is it Berlin? Never mind.
What are you talking about?
No, cat movies are kind of like a kink, you know? Like dog movies
Oh.
are really, they're like straight,
Vanilla.
cut from the cloth. They're vanilla. And
Yeah.
cat movies are like,
Yeah, and I think to your point, Jace, like for us, we've watched like 150 movies. We've tried everything. All right. The cat
Honestly,
movie,
we are like pretty much one of the more experienced like movie reviewers like in America. Like,
statistically, yeah.
I think we've delved in places that no one else would go. And
nobody
I
else
think
has wanted to.
I Google cat movies every day. Folks at home,
Why?
you should do the same. There are like 300 cat movies out there. And we're hitting the mainstream shit. This is the stuff that's made for the general audience.
Mainstream?
For sure. We're still mainstream here, all right? This is a Disney
We
production.
watched a movie from 1978.
Okay. But like we haven't hit like the real underbelly of cat movies. in a couple episodes, Jace, we did talk about a certain German cat movie that is part of that underbelly. Like, there is some really buck wild shit out there. But this week, we watched The Cat from Outer Space. Jace, this was your pick, I believe?
No.
Right?
Yeah, it was
Ryan,
Jace's pick.
This is Jace's pick. Why did you pick this movie, dude? Ryan, you want to explain yourself?
Yeah, I don't remember why I picked it. I think because it looked really stupid and possibly like one of those sleeper hits. It reminds me of, first off, I love alien movies. So it reminds me of like Critters, Signs, like Ernest Scared Stupid, that sort of stuff. And for the first few minutes, I was right on the money. So I think that it's the premise alone was like, there's a 1970s Disney live action movie about a cat from outer space. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's like so 1970s, right? Or to have a title, The Cat from Outer Space. That's all you need to know. Like nowadays, this came out, this would be called like The Cat, or like UFO Dreams, or something kind of more obtuse. But this is back during the time where people read comics like Tales to Astonish, or like things that were just like The Man Who Was Trapped in a Gorilla Suit. Like, it's just something that's very specific, that feels very like pulpy.
Well, yeah, and when you see it on the marquee, you need to know what you're going in for. Because most people in this society in the 1970s got all of their news from marquees. So, people would go up and place a single letter on there at all times. And if it says, Galacticus, they're going to be like, what is that? But if it says The Cat from Outer Space, they're going to be like, okay, I know what's going on here.
That's why if you ask like an old person like whether or not they've seen Bigfoot, or like if they've seen like a lizard person, they're often like, "Oh yeah, I saw it I saw a photo of heaven the other day." And you're like, "What are you talking about?" And they're like, "Yeah, I saw it." And that's all.
Well, you laugh, but they literally did show the Patterson-Gimlin Bigfoot footage in theaters. That's how it got around. Yeah, it was recorded on film.
People had
they
to
literally
pay to
made
see
movie
that?
reel film. They developed movie reel film, and they were showing it on theaters around West. They developed in Yakima.
Was it? Did they show it for like the previews?
Washington?
Yeah.
Wait, what was the context that they showed these movies?
Here's fucking footage of Sasquatch.
So you would go to the theater to pay to
That's
look
a good
at
grift.
And it was like a minute long.
We could make that like now, like if we like time like
you think
That's kind of what TikToks are now. They were ahead of their time.
Yeah, this is the original TikTok. Was
you
the
had to go to a
Sasquatch
fucking
footage?
theater to watch a TikTok?
Shit.
And it's just one guy,
Nothing else to do.
just like on stage. It's just like, whoa, he's dancing. It's like,
What a quaint time. So Ryan, you picked this movie. You want to talk about?
you want me to talk about it? Actually,
folks at home. I don't know how many folks at home have watched this movie before listening
zero.
to this episode.
Absolutely none. There's not a chance.
If you've seen this movie just in the wild, you've got to tell us.
I will mail you.
I hate to say,
if you've seen this movie, yeah, Jace, go ahead.
Ryan will mail you his hair.
It might just be familiarity with like the tropes that are coming out of this time, but one of the scenes last night played, and I was like, and some of the cobwebs in the back of the head started tingling.
Well, it's like they say, like there's only 5 real stories. And I think Finding a Cat from Space is one of them.
It's like, literally one of them, yeah. There's the hero story, Cat from Outer Space, Ulysses by James Joyce.
The horse, one with a horse.
The horse is a whole branch as well.
And then George of the Jungle.
Yeah.
Those are the 5 stories.
Which one do you think that Ocean's 11 is?
It's George of the Jungle.
Yeah, that was George of the Jungle. Interstellar is George of the Jungle.
90% of them are George of the Jungle.
Most of us. Well, do you want to tell us what it is about?
So, back to reality.
Oh, the ghost rabbit. He knows the...
Meow.
Okay, the cat. Jesus Christ. The Cat from Outer Space, people. It's a 1978 rated G Disney movie, believe it or not, about a cat from outer space.
What?
Who?
No, impossible.
Yeah, can you believe it? Real turn. Who crash lands seemingly in some fucking farm or something. I don't know.
Space?
Outer
What's he doing up there?
His spaceship has malfunctioned. He's the only one in the spaceship, by the way. The spaceship needs to be repaired, but there's people catching on. The police and the army show up, and they confiscate the spaceship, and he hides. and they take it. The people take the spaceship to a military base, and they start dissecting it. And he's got to figure out a way to not only fix it, but maybe make some friends along the way. Maybe commit some crimes. Maybe,
Not crimes.
Yeah, I know. Maybe like cavort with some illegal gambling rings and learn how to fly. Yeah, we could do a bunch of different stuff in an hour and 44 unnecessary minutes. But that's the story. Jake the cat, he has a collar that allows him to enhance his brainwaves and do telekinetic stuff and telepathic stuff, and he befriends a scientist, Frank, and Frank's random neighbors who seemingly are insane, and they help Jake repair a spaceship and fly off and avoid the evil spies and the army. Wow.
Was this like, I mean, thinking about back then, like we've talked about this where it's like, at one point slipping on a banana peel was like the funniest thing ever. Was this just a fucking insane, like a wild premise?
They're like,
where it's just like,
I'm
no
sure when the
way.
cat came out of the spaceship, people were like, holy shit, how did that cat fly that spaceship? They weren't like aware of like editing and like the fact that the cat was put in the spaceship. They're like, that's fucking crazy.
Whoa. It's kind of like when they showed that footage of the train coming at the camera in like 1890 and everyone leapt out of the way in the audience. Was this blowing people away? Like, I have no idea. If anyone listening is from the 70s.
A post-Jaws world was really like, a cat in a spaceship!
A shark in the water?
I think this is the same year that Alien came out.
A Clockwork Orange! Rocky Horror Picture Show! Holy shit!
Wait, I love the stories of the Alien screening, too. Like, have you heard about, like, when the chest burster came out, there were people barfing in the theater?
I love it.
That's incredible. Like, I wish we could have I don't wish that we could have a movie that could have that response nowadays because it would be fucking outrageous.
Because everybody's like, yeah, it's fake. There'd be 40 YouTube videos going, they can't do that. That can't actually happen.
Well, surely the people watching Alien didn't think a real alien was coming out of a guy's. It was probably just really wild to see, right? Like, and I think this movie was probably just a really incredible premise. And was probably made for TV, I think. I think I looked up the box office for this thing. This did not make any box office money. I think they literally just streamed it on TV for Disney.
I think that's beside the point about whether or not it was sent to theaters.
Damn, Ron Miller really let A Cat from Outer Space down.
Yeah, he did.
So can we sort of talk about
Ron Miller's 11 receptions in the NFL?
11.
That's it.
Is that good? I don't know
That's
anything
not
about.
very many.
Hey, this guy married into the Disney family, okay, and then became the CEO. So
that's the real touchdown. So I think really this movie doesn't need like a big reaction. Doesn't need like to get our like thoughts on what was our mindset going in and what was our viewing experience like. I think this is a beat by beat analysis.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
If ever.
Yeah, the movie opens with an old couple at a farm.
Yeah, it opens with how I think a movie like this should open. It opens with the spaceship crashing.
It just goes boom. There's no intro credits.
There we go.
It's like
that's exactly how the thing opens. Well, you just said something.
Sorry,
you just said
no intro credits.
You just said there's no intro credits.
I got
and I would like to make a very slight, very 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 slight correction.
Yeah.
In that the intro credits go on for approximately like 45 minutes,
but it's on top of the movie.
Obscuring the entire movie.
Yeah.
I really like creative credits. And even though Friday the 13th is one of my favorite movies, it has like the worst credits of all time. This movie, I think, has far surpassed it because they're just playing the actual footage from the fucking movie and then just running these giant green credits over the entire screen. It's not even like throwaway B footage or like establishing footage. It's like characters talking. We're getting character introductions and there's giant green text all over the screen. And I kept checking the time to see how long it was going. And after 5 minutes, I was like, you know what would be so funny as for a parody movie? It'd be so funny if a parody movie had like 5 minutes of credits and then people would be like, wow, what the fuck? These credits are really long. Oh, I get it. It's kind of a joke. And then stop the credits and then play like 2 minutes of footage and then continue the credits.
restart
Like,
the credits,
wouldn't that be
yeah.
like so funny? That would be so ridiculous. And that's exactly what they did. The credits would
Did they do
stop.
that? Yeah.
The credits would stop for several minutes, and then they would come back.
You don't have time to. We just, we just said it was made for TV. You can't put 10 minutes of credits at the end of a TV.
Well, they
block,
definitely couldn't because the movie would have been 2 hours long.
I think the film didn't fit in the container if they had the credits. They're like, shit, just fucking put them on top of the thing. They like folded it back on top of the film. I've never seen a movie do that. It was really innovative and ahead of its time. The ship lands in the backyard, and my shock and delight that a real ass cat just walks out of the spaceship. And like, I like how you could tell that like the close-up shots of the cat is clearly sniffing something. Like, like I think they're holding like a can of tuna just off the frame. And it's sweet. Like the cat's like doing like the slow blinking thing that cats do to someone they really like. So I'm sure it's just like the owner with a can of tuna, and the cat's like, "Oh, I love you, man." And that's just like the thing they're filming. And it reminds me a lot of that bit we did in Treasure Planet. We're talking about Treasure Planet, like if we could do like a new Lion King where we can just like quickly say exposition over B-roll footage and make a movie. Like I feel like that's literally what they did with all of the cat scenes here.
What do you mean?
Like they just have footage of a cat just kind of just sitting still and kind of moving his head around, and they're like, hey, I'm Jake. I'm an alien cat. Welcome, Frank. And like, and they have to cut away.
Mothership, where are you? It is Zunar J59.
And I feel like this movie could have just been like random B-roll footage of some guy's film project and eventually editing in alien stuff. Because you could just, if you just didn't know what this movie was, it's just a guy talking over footage of a cat.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's basically like Homeward Bound.
But I was kind of on a journey in this movie. The premise, though, right? The cat needs to get to a rendezvous point in 69 nice hours. Otherwise, he's stranded forever.
Yeah, I think that's compelling. I mean, let's be real. There's nothing more that alien cats want except to rendezvous for a 69.
Yeah, I mean, the cat didn't seem that concerned either. He was kind of just like, oh, man.
The cat was like, yeah, okay, I guess I gotta go do this thing now. And I want to point out, I want to do a nerd thumb up or like finger up.
The 1 trillion miles?
Actually.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, I did think about that. I don't know how far that is.
0.17 light years?
The fucking gold whole plot line, like, are you telling me this cat was able to diagnose the problem in 3 seconds when they got back on the ship, but didn't know why his ship crashed in the first place?
Well, he didn't open it up. It's like sometimes.
But when they get to the like 3/4 of the way through, or about a half hour into the movie, they get back to the ship and he's looking at it to figure out what went wrong. It takes him 2 seconds. He's on the ship for a long time in the beginning of the movie, and then when he finally does repair it, like he knows what's wrong, diagnoses the issue. He's like, "Yep, that's exactly what I should have thought. That's exactly what's wrong with these models." It's like, "Yo, motherfucker, you wasted like an entire day."
Well, dude, he landed on an alien planet, man. Maybe he wanted to check it out.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to agree with Denali here. I think he landed. He was like, shit, I'm gonna go get into some stuff.
He's like, there's cats here, bro.
Whoa. I smell barn cats. Okay, we skipped that. We skipped too far.
We're skipping ahead.
We skipped too far. Okay,
you're right.
So we get to this scene where the humans have recovered the craft, and they've recovered the device, the CGI like little device from the craft.
Oh, it's not CGI, baby. It's a thing on a string.
That's a real effect.
that
practical.
Makes it fly. That's the MacGuffin, if you will.
The artichoke.
And they are in this room that's not very closed off at all. And there's like 20 people from the military and journalists and stuff and scientists around to try and figure out what this device is so they can, extract knowledge from it and make our own spaceships and probably bomb Russia. So
have the ability to bomb Russia.
I thought
it's a Cold War.
When in Rome, I think I think that scene was legitimately funny. And I'm gonna go out on the limb and say I understood what they were going for, and I think it was good.
Yeah, I agree. Right, I think this movie's funny.
It's legitimately funny. The general, the main army guy, is fucking hilarious.
I like the bit too of the chain of command where they respect chain of command, but they're all 1 foot apart from each other.
Major,
where they're General, Colonel, Captain, Sergeant. And they don't tell the next guy. They just tell the next guy in the line, and he tells the next guy. The binoculars bit, where they got binoculars besides the sergeant who does. I mean, that's funny.
Funny bit.
It felt like Naked Gun, kind of like that absurdist, kind of like old school.
Yeah,
comedy.
I was really ready for it to jump to like a actual comedy. Unfortunately, it was always like constrained in the main plot line. First off, the cat wasn't funny. I expected the cat to be funny.
He was okay. Like he did some quips.
I didn't like the cat. The cat was
didn't like the
terrible.
cat?
I'm going to go on a rant about the cat's actions later.
Okay.
Yeah, but
He's not an ethical
honestly,
cat.
I think the cat's personality was the worst thing about this movie. You're going to tell me you're going to cat from outer space? You're going to name the fucking movie after him? You're going to make him be the whole thing in the movie, and then you're going to make him boring as fuck?
Wow, I totally disagree. I think the cat was very charming.
Yeah.
Like, he was kind of giving, like, Mark Hamill vibes, where he's kind of, he's a chill guy. He seems like a dude who'd sleep on your couch. We could get into the cat ethics later about what some of his actions are. But as far as the voice actor in this movie, I think the cat seems like a guy I'd want to hang
The
out
voice actor's good. I'm not actually downplaying
What the fuck's your
acting.
problem?
The personality, the character. I think if you got a spacefaring cat, he needs to be he needs to have some pizzazz to him. They got the most plain Jane cat to land on this planet.
You don't like the cat's body acting? Like, you don't like how the cat performed?
I don't like the character as written.
Do you like the cat, though?
Oh, I think the cat actor was actually really, really good. And that was one of the better casting performances I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I agree. It was actually quite impressive. It's a Abyssinian cat, I believe. A really nice looking cat.
Very nice looking cat. I don't know that I've ever seen that type of cat before. I was captivated.
I did like kind of the bit about where they were like, oh, this is an alien. You're telling me a slimy green 12-headed creep could be crawling into the White House. And then they pan to the cat. And they're kind of like, look, we know he's a cat. All right, like, just get over it. Like, I think I like that thing. And he's like, yeah, dude, I'm from a fucking cat planet. All right, we evolved to be hella smart. We got telekinetic collars. Like, that's how we do everything. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's fucking do this. In that scene Ryan's talking about, they gather the experts. They got an expert on garbage. They got an expert on hard water. They got a biologist in there, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. And one of those experts seems to be a guy that the cat likes.
Dude from LA.
What did he say?
The crystals have energy, man, and we haven't figured it out yet.
I'm scared to Google Primal Mainstream because I know I'm gonna find like a Comic Sans website.
I think what's funny is that they brought up this sort of like pseudoscientific idea that they're like what we talk about, like psychic lines and energy and stuff, and it was written off as like, oh, this could be possible. Oh, but you never really know. That's kind of what like scientists and leftists are saying in the 70s. And then at one point he's like, yeah, and electric trains. And they're like, electric trains? Oh my God.
The general gets
Whoever
mad
could
at
think
him.
of that?
It's like, you son
And
of a
it
bitch.
was like,
I'll kill you.
Electric trains was so far afield of any possibility that was less likely to be true than like some consciousness energy flowing around everybody's bodies.
Yeah, and thank God we have tons of electric trains now all over the U.S. to prove them wrong.
Like 3 scenes later, when Liz is like, I invited you into that room, and you said electric trains? He was like, it was a joke.
Yeah.
I actually thought he was talking about a toy train powered by batteries. Like, I didn't even
I think he's
fathom.
talking about the idea of like
A train powered
subways
by-
and like maglevs and stuff.
Yeah, so I might even go there. You know what I'd be worried about, though, if I was in this situation? If I was them? Cat war. Like, you come in contact with an extraterrestrial being, I'd be worried about a fucking cat war. All right? Like, for example, like, let's say that you meet an actual cat from outer space. You don't know what their government's like. You don't know what his psychology is like. Because Frank is just believing everything this cat's saying. All right? Like, I'd be asking some serious questions. The cat's like, oh, yeah, dude, you just got to get me in a ship, man. And I know where you live, and I know where this planet is. My technology's way better than yours. You're full of natural resources. And I'm just going to go back to my fucking cat planet? I don't think so.
I think this
Well,
is about
Denali,
the
I hate to break the
affect.
news to you. I don't know if you'd pass the vibe check.
Yeah.
If I was a cat,
No. If an alien cat in this situation came up to you,
Okay.
I just
Yeah.
you're so that's the point. Is you're like
Yeah.
analyzing all these things and he picked one person out of that room.
Right.
Who
Oh, you don't
passed
think
the vibe check.
I'd be the one who, well, he picked him because he knew about the primal mainstream. All right?
And he seemed like open to fantastical
Open.
ideas.
Well, maybe you're right, dude. Maybe maybe they'd pick up on that me asking the right questions. Okay,
I don't think you're asking the right questions. I think you're asking the wrong questions. I think if someone on here, like let's say there is a cat, okay, who came down from space and only has a sexually suggestive number of hours to get their ship repaired.
Okay.
And you're one of the choices. I think you're going to be so hard to convince. You're going to give that cat tests. You're going to say, well, then then why don't you do this? Why can't you do this? How does this work? Where are you from? You need to promise me. What am I going to get out of it? Like all these things. And the cat's just going to go to someone who's a lot more.
Denali would be much better in the like alien with a gun situation where the alien's like, you need to give me this thing. And this was like a really chill first contact where the cat was like, hey, what's up, man? Just letting you know. I can talk and I can levitate you.
The cat kingdom would invade us after meeting me if I was the point of contact.
They're a bunch of suspicious a-holes.
Look, man, you sound like a mark, Ryan. Look, you sound like someone who would lose in the cat war. Okay?
The Sasquatch believing alien interested guy of the group. Yeah,
you'd be like, I believe you fully, Cat. Look, I need to know. He's going to fill out like an ethics quiz. I'm going to figure out exactly how his brain ticks. Because this cat was okay with a lot of shit. And like, there's scenes, where he's like freezing people and stuff. Because like, there was part of my head where I was like, is he going to explode that guy?
Oh.
Like, is he going to give that dog a heart attack? Like, he has telekinetic abilities. Like, he could make blood vessels pop in someone's brain, like make a guy's head fly off. Like, what if this cat's a sadist? Like, what if he explodes the guy? And he's like, all right, come on, Frank. Let's go keep going on our adventure. And you're like, oh, my God. Like, you just did this. He has no empathy.
You found the one cat that's, like, fucked up in their society and is, like, chill. And he's just, like, freezing people. And you're like, oh, do you think the rest of them are like this? Or...
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but also the fact that Denali's like, if I had that telekinetic bracelet, I would twist that guy like a dish towel.
I'd give him testicular torsion.
What? It's like, yeah, you're staying the fuck away from me, dude. I'm not even telling you about my extra collar.
I would also get like invasive thoughts because like I was worried about that with the telekinetic scene, like where he gives the guy the collar and he's like, just think really hard about something and it'll happen. Like that would be no, I can't.
Oh God.
Like my brain would be like, oh my God, what if everyone's head exploded? Like we also don't know what that cat's planet is like. Like, what if that
I wanted more details about the cat planet.
Like, what's the economy?
I wanted the cat planet scene.
Me too.
And then being, or like on the mothership, and then there'd be a bunch of cats, and they're like they have little headsets on. They're each like in their little chairs, and then there's one in like the center of the room, and it's like looking, and there's voiceovers, and it's the mother, and it's like, I wonder what's this guy's name?
Frank, or which one?
The real cat's name?
Oh, Jake.
I know, but what's the real cat's name?
Zunar.
Anyways,
Zonar?
And there's one cat in the middle of the room. And it's like the mother, and it's like, oh, I wonder what our lost kitty is up to. We gotta launch the rescue mission, and they're like doing all this stuff. That would be so cool.
Yeah. Well, can you imagine in 1978 having a room full of 50 cats in like a mission control center, all wearing headsets, and trying to get that footage, and not having the cats just like start going apeshit?
I think you'd have to use like mirrors and stuff.
Yeah, one cat mirrored 50 times. I'm wondering, too, like, on this planet, are there humans? Is it like Planet of the Apes, where the humans are just kind of, like, in roving bands that, like, the cats took over? Or are the humans even smarter? Like, are cats still pets in that world, and they can just do that, and humans have even a greater capacity? Like,
I think
this
cats
guy didn't
on
ask
this
anything.
world can do that.
Wait, what?
You guys know about the orangutan that lived in that monastery in, like, I think it was, like, Thailand or Vietnam?
No,
and,
what?
Yeah, the monks believed that the orangutan could talk, but just chose not to, because if it revealed that it could talk, they would put it to work.
Oh my God.
So like, yeah, this is George. Like, what's he do? Oh, he just hangs out with us. He's totally like a real person and stuff. He can talk, but he knows that we'd like make him have a job if he talks.
That's incredible.
That's what cats are like.
Yeah, that is what they're like. I mean, they're worshipped like gods. I mean, do you think these cats are capitalists? I mean, this cat had no concept of money.
No, yeah, I think
You think capitalists are getting this far?
Yeah. I mean, cats are naturally, I think, communist or anarchist at least. You know, they exist in societies that are egalitarian. And this dude, where he was like, oh, that gold costs $120,000. And he's like, great, what's that? And I was like, oh, wow. You don't even have a concept of it. Like, you never even, like, you didn't even go through a phase where you had money. And he was just like, oh, great, money? Yeah, cool. Like, we can steal that. Who cares? Like, that. What's the, you know, let's go to the mafia.
I'm glad we're getting there because we need to talk about the subplot of this movie. And it might not even be a subplot because I think it takes up a majority of the runtime.
Garbage Man?
Yes.
But
The worst human being in the world?
eventually they go in to the army base. They figure out that the ship's broken and eventually figure out that what it needs is a bunch of gold. And in $1978, they need $120,000 of gold.
That's about $70 trillion, quadrillion dollars.
It's all the money in the world. So they get back to Frank's apartment, and him and the cat are like brainstorming about how they could get money. Well, they come up with this. They involve the neighbor. We don't have to get into this too much about how he was recruited, but they convince a neighbor that telekinesis is real, and the neighbor is a gambling addict. So they do the next most logical thing, and they gamble for the money. But they're going to use the cat's telekinesis, which he can do through TV screens,
miles away,
influence the outcome of gambling events, such as
the Lakers
football
game.
games, Lakers games, and horse races. And he kills a horse. That horse is fucking dead. That horse's lungs and heart have exploded.
He makes it go like 100 miles an hour.
It breaks the sound barrier. And so this plot starts out, and they spend it's like real time. They spend a long time brainstorming this plan and then bringing it to fruition. And then when it goes awry, because the cat gets involuntarily sedated.
That was fucked up. Yeah.
Okay, can I just kind of rant about this for a second? Because I'm already mid-rant.
You've been ranting for 5 minutes. Keep going.
Please.
There's a vet in this building who waltzes his way uninvited into this apartment and sedates a cat against the owner's will. And the owner is just watching TV 3 feet away and is not noticing that all this is going on. And the cat is screaming and clawing. Like, that infuriated the shit out of me. That's just how people in the 1970s treated pets. They're just like, yeah. You're doing. I don't give a fuck about what you're doing. Like, you're over there when I'm not even looking at you. And I that scene made absolutely no sense to me.
No, I was infuriated too. Like, even the vet, he pulls out the syringe. He's like, I'm gonna sedate your cat, and Frank's like, no, and he's like, oh, and then the next thing he's like, I did it. Which is like, what the fuck? Was that how medicine was administered in 1978?
Yes. I mean, look what they did to a Kennedy, of all people.
Yeah, it's actually true. You read medical history, it's probably some of the worst shit you've ever read in your life. And I also like how that neighbor, the gambling dude, who's hilarious. I fucking love that character. He was more mad about getting sprayed in the face by the telekinesis than he was surprised about a telekinetic cat. Because the cat is fucking with him.
I think
and he's
it was
just like,
terrible
I'm getting out of
underacting.
here.
terrible underacting. When he would win like $60,000 betting, he'd be like, sweet.
Yes.
And then when he got hit in the face with a beer, he's like, oh, fuck this fucking cat.
Like, you're probably going to get to this, right? We're going to the mob at this point.
Okay. Yep. So, quick jump. They botch the easiest thing to do of all time, which is rig a sporting event with a telekinetic cat. They botch it because of the vet sedating the cat and all this sort of stuff. Well, for some reason, they decide that they need to go to the bookie that they placed all these bets with. They placed a parlay to try and cancel the bets. Turns out they can't do that because, of course, you fucking can't do that. And then they decide to play pool from scratch.
That's so funny.
To $120,000 against a pool hustler, which is a ridiculous plot, but whatever. The scheme that they hatch is ridiculous. Like they're completely banking on these professional bookies, professional like loan sharks, and professional hustlers on being naive and gullible and not assuming anything is up with the game when the balls start moving around on their own. Like that's like the bet wouldn't stand.
You're also gonna fucking die. Are you shitting me?
They're getting
like,
stabbed.
They emptied their whole vault, and like they're just they even if there was obviously no like foul play, like you went in there and all of a sudden
you're not making it back out.
You can't fucking do that. And it's like Ryan said, this is like a pool game. And the first they're betting like $60, and then they're like, okay, double or nothing. I'm blindfolded. I shoot it backwards. You get 12 balls. Like, it's like the most outrageous thing. Not what I would have done if I had a telekinetic
Number one,
cat.
not what I would have done. And then also, this cat fucking sucks at cheating. Like the cat doesn't make like they're playing pool, and the cat doesn't make like one ball like just whoop go in the pocket, and the next ball whoop go in the pocket. The cat is like doing tricks with the balls, and is like making after the bad guy, not really a bad guy, the normal human being that they're betting against, shot the break on pool. The cat realigned all the balls back up to break.
Yeah, he's
just
like
fucking stop. Just deflect the balls out of the pockets.
It was
just
the
stop them before they go in the
craziest
pockets.
thing you ever did see. All the balls came back together, straight back in. Second shot of the game was like a new break.
I think you're
They
getting
saw that.
after that. You're getting switchbladed.
Well, it's like, yeah, they see that, and they're kind of just like, oh, damn, that was crazy. Anyways,
Okay, your
congratulations
turn.
on the win. Yeah.
And then he makes all the balls on the entire game like go in on the first shot when she starts playing. I think it was just for what seems like an obvious harebrained scheme at making this scene go more quickly. It was still the most drawn out piece of cinema I have ever seen in my life.
I did like the ball bouncing off of things in the first break
That was
scene
pretty
where
funny.
Liz does the off the pan, the guy's drink. Like that was pretty funny. And then one of the bounces is where they throw a pool cue at the back of this guy's head wearing a helmet, which I feel like did not pass the OSHA check at the time. Yeah, I don't know. Like if I had a cat like this, because eventually, I mean, not to spoil the movie, but like the cat seems he's going to be a permanent resident at some point, and you're going to have this cat at your disposal, presumably for the rest of that cat's life. You could start your own shit. Like, you can go to Vegas, go to the fucking, blackjack table or whatever.
No, you could not. You would not. This cat sucks at cheating.
Can't bring a cat.
This cat would just like make everybody's cards at the blackjack table like float up and go ooh, and then flip over. And that's
Okay.
They wouldn't let that happen.
You had a cat like this. How are you getting money then? Are we talking like maybe rig a League of Legends game, something more subtle? Fuck with the guy's keyboard.
I think just missing a basketball shot here or there by a small margin.
Yeah, the basketball was out of the basket and he shoved it back in.
It's
the scene.
ridiculous.
What do you guys think?
I mean, that's pretty cut and dry. I think they were on the right path.
You would fix
Sports
basketball
gambling is good.
I mean, it just happened. Tyrese Halliburton went crazy in the finals.
I would say Pacers. Pacers.
There was
2025
obvious cat
NBA
activity.
champs.
You think a telekinetic cat was?
I think.
I mean, if you've seen that one, it happened exactly like this. The
final game
winner against the Knicks.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I would say if the cat is willing, I could book 30-minute sessions, talk to a talking cat. Like
you could do that with a
literally,
ventriloquist.
Yeah, you wouldn't find out. Or
would
people would not buy it. People would think that you're just doing like a seance trick like the Fox sisters.
Well, I would
Who are
just leave
from
the room.
Rochester.
The Fox sisters?
The Fox sisters, the people who started the whole seance and spiritualism in America by hoaxing seances, they were called the Fox sisters, and they're from Rochester.
Allegedly.
No, they admitted to it. They showed how they did it and everything.
Well,
and
you're not a
then
very good lawyer, Ryan.
The movement
on
continued
trial
on
now.
despite that.
Well, despite what people may allege about some people, yeah, they win the money. All right, the mobsters cry because they lost the money, and they let them walk out with it.
Pretty noble.
It's pretty good.
They were
He's
just
an
like-
honest Harry.
yeah.
Honest Harry.
I mean, this is a pre-magic cat,
World.
like world, So
oh my God.
that was either
if this goes public,
Yeah.
because the cat becomes a U.S. citizen, they see on fucking TV
Yeah.
a telekinetic, that guy is
he's
in serious
that's when he's
trouble.
getting stabbed.
Yeah, he's. I
Oh,
think the
that's a
sequel
good
is-
point.
He's
It was
dead.
just an act of
He's
God
flaunting
up
the
until
cat. Later in the movie, he's flaunting the cat. They're just doing it in court and stuff.
I think that cat would have to be my personal bodyguard. Like he would need a telekinetic armor around me, and maybe the next movie is like a John Wick style thriller where the cat gets revenge on the mobsters.
Just somebody just walks up to them. He just telekinetically rips their balls off every single time.
Rips the front of their skin off, and all the organs fall
Also,
out.
he can do his telekinesis from through a TV.
Yeah.
So you're not safe anywhere.
It's just about concentrating, John. Concentrate his face being ripped off of his body.
Now, John, try not to think about ripping that man's testicles off as soon as you hold that bracelet. It's very integral.
And don't think about doing it to yourself. Whatever you do, don't imagine what it would feel like if that was happening right now.
That'd be really hard. That's actually my biggest fear about having telekinesis powers. Like I've had
It's ripping
like
your
nightmares.
balls off.
No, I mean it's like invasive thoughts, dude. Like it's like what you say. Like don't think about an elephant. It's like I'm fucking HD 4K elephant, and it's like if I'm holding like one of these rings, I'm ripping my own balls off in like 1 nanosecond. Like I couldn't touch it. I'd be too freaked out. There's a kind of a subplot that I think is kind of what?
Just the next one.
Anyways, there's kind of like this subplot with the bad guy who wants the cat. There's a pretty funny bit where the guy's filming the cat upside down, and they're all watching the movie upside down.
Yeah,
They're all
that was
turning
pretty
their
good.
head.
I didn't understand what was going on. I thought maybe the cat had like snapped necks or something, but they were just watching it upside down. That was pretty funny.
No one thought to turn the projector upside down.
Yeah. I don't think those projectors worked upside down. It's like a film projector.
Well, turn the screen upside down.
I don't think that would work.
Turn the
screen upside down. It'd be funny if there was some evidence that they tried that and it didn't work.
So, yeah, I mean, they get to the ship, right? They got the gold. They shrunk the gold. I thought that it was kind of a cool little thing about, like, was it content-based mechanics, right? Like, content, not volume. Jace, I mean, you're our resident physics expert. You're an engineer. You're a master engineer, Jace. Like, what do you think about the physics in this movie?
I thought it was interesting that they mentioned tensile strength. I wouldn't have expected that from...
Very polite
research.
answer of you, Jace.
Do you think it's possible to shrink a brick of gold like this using telekinetic abilities?
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, give me a few minutes in a room alone with it with the hammer.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I just condensed that gold. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Well, then she picks it up late. The woman picks it up later, and she acts like it's weightless.
Well, maybe she's really strong, Ryan.
Okay, yeah, sure, whatever.
Jace, actually, we
Sorry,
didn't get a
that's
chance.
my old sexism coming back out.
Jace, you don't think she could lift up 1,000 pounds, the size of a needlepoint?
Yeah, also, they procured that gold within, like, a few minutes.
Yo, I have no idea where to get gold.
Like if
this.
I had
Pawn shop.
$120,000,
You're set.
I wouldn't be able, like, even in today's money, I wouldn't be able to come home with $120,000 of gold. Like, a pawn shop doesn't have that just laying around.
Yeah. If I was also carrying $120,000 in cash, I would be like shaking and sweating, and I would vomit 3 times in that pawn shop. Jace, we never got to ask you this, in another episode. You're a physicist. I mean, no, you're not a physicist. You're an engineer, but you know physics. You took physics classes. Mm-hmm. You know a lot about stuff in space. Are aliens real?
Highly debated point.
Yeah. Oh, he's striking a middle ground.
Yeah,
folks. He's not going to take a
certainly.
Stance. Okay.
And like statistically, they're all really sexy.
Okay. So you think they're real and
They're hot.
they're probably hot.
Statistically out there, yeah, there is an alien that I find attractive. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, we are the generation that grew up with Mass Effect, where you do get.
That's what most of my mental imagery is coming from.
Is just Mass Effect.
Big rock.
I'm thinking about those alien guys who are on those like really long legs.
Those pink guys who see through their minds. Like that movie is like so future forward. I think about sexual encounters and gender and everything. Like I think that's thinking unlocks.
Are you
some
talking
stuff.
about the cat from outer space? Or are you talking about Dune?
Wait.
I'm
talking about Mass Effect.
Oh, okay.
So they fix Jake's thing. Jake meets a cat. All right, like I think we got to.
Liz's cat?
This is not ethical. All right, this is not fucking ethical. All right, Liz's cat.
Okay.
How is it not?
Okay.
He
So
said
last
without his collar,
episode,
he's just a cat.
I tried asking all these questions. I tried asking all these questions about what was okay and in what circumstances when if you
And that
transformed
all
into a
got
cat
edited out.
and you were in a cat world and stuff, and they were not entertaining my, I think, very important and salient points. And my point was kind of like, look, you might find yourself in this situation in the future having to do one of these analysis. You're going to thank yourself
Ryan's
for having done the work ahead of
from
time.
his microphone, like, I'm gonna kill you.
You're going to thank yourself for having thought these through about what's okay ahead of time.
Okay.
So you don't have to make
already
decisions
thought
on the
about
fly. And then
It's not okay.
and you guys are like, no, it'll never come up again. Well, what? Look, it's already coming up again.
Yeah,
it was
true.
it was a actual subject matter. People in the 70s were thinking about it.
They were not thinking about it because the way this ended up, this cat's super intelligent. He wants to date a cat from our Earth. I think what could save this implication is that if they're like all cats are this smart, he just happens to have a collar that can allow him to communicate.
I think they cover that in the movie. I'm putting it out there. I think they cover that. He said, without the collar, I'm just a cat.
But he puts the collar back on consciously at one part of the scene, which I think threw that theory for a loop in my head.
Yeah,
Because if he's just a cat, he would have just ran under the car or something.
No, but I think what they're kind of saying is the cats on your world are this smart too.
Okay, so why didn't they communicate with Liz's cat like another fellow sentient
Well, she doesn't have a
being?
collar, so she can't project her voice to the audience.
They did have an extra collar.
Yeah, if I was in the situation, I would get the collar on other cats and be like, what the fuck? Like, how do we build a better world? The cat decides to stay, presumably, I think, for this other cat, I think. Because he's not concerned at all.
It's also the first cat he saw.
Yeah.
Let's maybe advise this cat. So I have a couple questions.
Right.
Are the cats on his planet not as beautiful as the cats on our planet?
That's the Dua Lipa of cats.
That is maybe this is just a situation where he really finds a connection and he wants his date out of love because the guy's like, wait, Jake, you're gonna be stuck here forever, and he's like,
I think
like he doesn't really
the cat's
care.
fucking stupid. I think he's I think he's loving it, and I'm here for that.
Yeah.
I think that he's loving it, but he gets him chopped kidney, and he's like, oh yeah, and then he gets him tuna, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm taking a case of this back.
What
and then he
fruit
sees
did they
one
have there?
cat, and he's like, oh yeah.
I think
You
he's
guys
lying.
got gambling?
I think he's lying.
Oh,
He's lying.
I don't think there's a cat planet.
oh my god.
Okay.
I think
What do you-
if he does come from a planet, it's from a dystopia, and I don't think everything else there is cats. I think he stole the spaceship
Yeah.
and he stole the collar. He somehow found his way into possession of a collar. That's why there's an extra because it comes on the ship.
You think he's like a Rocket Raccoon situation where he's like a mutant who escaped?
Oh yeah, that could be good
he's
too.
just making up all that mothership stuff.
He's like, yeah, there's totally a cat planet. You got to help me get back to it. Oh, he's like the Thing, and that's why he doesn't care about the spaceship leaving.
He's
He's already completed his mission by coming here.
He wants to squelch.
Got it.
I think it's possible that he took the spaceship from Area 51, right? Escaped Area 51, decides to send the spaceship off and stay here. I think entirely possible. Or he's having a good time because he's from a planet with no money, no gambling, no basketball, no apparently fish products. Like maybe he likes this
No
like
kidneys.
sinful planet. Like maybe he likes this planet that's all fucked up.
It gives credence too
Like,
because he said that his older spaceship model had traveled 1 trillion miles, which is again 0.17 light years.
Yeah,
Is that
Means
That's not very far, is it?
No, that's
it's like Pluto.
yeah.
What's the nearest star? Isn't it Alpha Centauri? Isn't that like
Alpha
like
Proxima,
10?
probably
Okay, how far is that from Earth?
like 4 light years or something.
Maybe this cat's like not smart. Sometimes I've been like, oh, I drove from San Diego, which is like 600 miles away, and I've said that. And
It's like 100.
yeah.
That's fair.
Okay.
It's the Thing all over again.
It's he's a not smart version of that alien. There is an extended airplane chase sequence.
Jesus.
in
Yeah,
this movie.
the end of the
too
movie
long.
is an action scene that I fell asleep about 8 or 9 minutes in.
It's like 45
Honestly,
minutes
I'm
up the
fucking
hour.
And then I
45.
woke up.
I'm offended that Ryan said that the pool scene was too long, and we have the airplane scene in this movie.
It was so
Because
fucking
that's
long.
ridiculous.
I think they spent so much money on the airplane scene. They're like,
We
God
have to
damn
do
it,
it."
this is gonna take up 40% of the movie.
There's not even any point in talking about it. They do like
Well,
a Mission Impossible stunt to get in, and this is actually almost identical to the final stunt in the Mission Impossible series.
They did it
So
first.
Tom Cruise has a little bit of answering to do.
This also, they actually kind of did it too. Like,
Wait, is Mission
there's a
Impossible
scene where
over?
guys.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
What?
they're probably going to do more because they need money. But like, yeah, the last one was like Final Reckoning.
So he found a mission that was finally impossible. and
I
died?
honestly, I don't think how they could do anything more impossible than that. Like,
Wow.
unironically,
More impossible?
Oh.
Like, what about cold fusion?
well, that's part of the fucking plot. But
What about food?
literally
for
during
everyone?
Mission Impossible 8, I unironically turned to Julie and said, "I just don't think they're going to be able to do that."
We're gonna end capitalism. No, Ethan.
It's actually that's pretty easy. That's solvable. That's a few hundred nuclear warheads.
Yeah, and I think most of the series is actually Ethan saving capitalism.
Oh, Ethan.
Well, because literally the plot of number 6 is let's cause a nuclear holocaust, and then the humanity will have to start from scratch.
Ethan was trying to make that happen?
No, he's trying to stop that from happening. But
I see.
But they're also like
I don't
that's
know,
how they
Ethan.
would destroy the institutions.
Oh, maybe the impossible mission is feeding and housing everyone under capitalism.
Yes.
But he's like, I think we could do it this time.
You can't, Ethan. Give it up.
I think what are you looking at, Ryan?
Spider.
Do you see like a laser coming?
Oh, I got a spider up there too.
I talked about ending capitalism. We got him.
Right, there's a dot on your head. In that scene of like the airplane scenes, I was kind of laughing at the like taxidermy cat that was glued to the dashboard. That was really, really bad. There's a lot of multiple bad taxidermies in this movie. Look, I get it. I'm actually really, really fucking relieved they didn't bring a real ass cat on the airplane in 1978, which I think is entirely possible. Yeah, they kind of actually filmed some of this stunts too. Like there's a guy hanging off the side of a plane.
Really?
Yeah, there's one shot that's not green screened, and I think it's one of those trick guys. You know, they sit on those biplanes, and they do a handstand and shit. Like, there is one scene where he's upside down hanging on the plane. Unnecessary, probably, for the cat from outer space. I think they shot a lot of B-roll. I was bored out of my fucking mind though. Otherwise,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for picking this movie and then falling asleep, but that's what happened.
At least you watched it in a language you speak.
It
Right?
was the same footage over and over and over. So I was lulled into sleep.
El gato por.
This is not a movie. I watched an hour last night and I came back to finish it this morning, and it kicked off essentially with the airplane
sucks.
scene, and you lose all the momentum going into that. You're just like,
Oh, that sucks, Jace.
Like,
You started
what
the
I
worst
didn't
part.
get is I fell asleep and then I woke up and the same image was on the screen. Like, they were still doing the same stuff.
Oh, shit, did someone pause it? What I also like during this sequence, right? Because like they're doing the airplane chase because a bad guy kidnapped Liz and his friends, blah blah blah. His friend basically at this point gets captured by the military and tells the military everything. He's like, okay, there's a cat. And what I think is probably funny is that the military gets off the phone with the president. He's like, okay, cat's good. He's like, the cat should be treated as a friendly power with high buying credit in exchange for military bases. We're going to give him citizenship and everything. Like, that was not the direction I was expecting for the military. Because on this podcast, we have postulated, starting on a Clifford episode, we're always like, U.S. military gets a hold of this technology. What is it doing? This one would be a prime candidate. They are not letting this fucking guy go.
No, I think they just need the collar.
They're like, you're telling me if I take this collar off of you, you can't do
this tiny
anything?
8-pound little cat.
I'm going to be on the cat side here. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to be on the opposite side of this. I think, in this case, maybe, just maybe, the U.S. military knows that if they take this cat and this collar, they're going to get absolutely alien invaded, screwed over.
Oh, that's a good point.
And, like, normally, like, you can take a little girl out of Iowa that can make tanks big. That's fine.
They'll get invaded by Iowa, dude.
They own Iowa.
Have you ever met an Iowan?
Like, I've eaten
I've
corn
never
before.
met a guy from Iowa. Have you met a corn?
That's an Iowan. That's
You seen Children of the Corn, dude? I'm trying to think, like, if they took it from the cat, though, the cat has no way of communicating. All they would have to go off of is the cat never came home.
That's true, yeah. They were just going to leave the cat anyway, so...
Yeah, and the government of that cat was not concerned at all about leaving him there. Yeah, so the cat gets saved, right? Something stupid happens in the fucking helicopter where a guy shoots a flare in the
yeah, it's pretty cool.
cockpit.
Also, an unironic and literal use of the word awesome. The cat's powers are awesome.
Yeah.
Said by the villain. So I actually was kind of wondering, like, when the word
it changed.
awesome, when the change was. I think definitely maybe around this time, definitely probably before this, but like it seems like such a genuine use of the word awesome that I forgot that it had another meaning other than cool.
Yeah, I mean, even the word cool at one point was a really serious word. It was kind of like, you're cool. Like, it's like it was a word that came out, I think, of the jazz age. It like meant something different. And now it just means like, okay. You know, he's like, oh, cool. And I had this convo with my dad where he's like, don't say awesome unless you really fucking mean it. You know, and I think, you know, like an old guy in this movie, that guy's probably 70 years old. He was probably born in like 1900.
He's
Like,
giving biblical awesome, not
yeah.
Yes.
that was radical, tubular awesome, you know. Shock us up.
Because I use, shock us up, brother. I use awesome like in my work emails, and I it's getting to the okay point for
I
me.
would agree.
Like, I think we're running out of great words.
Well, I think literally, like, just our society is changing. Like, the amount of stuff that we have access to on our phones would blow that guy's mind. I think, like, his level for awesome and cool, like, it's still all relative. He's never seen any shit like that before, but he just doesn't have the words to express it. Now we're like, yeah. That's the craziest shit you've ever seen? Yeah, I'll see crazier stuff tomorrow.
Yeah, so maybe our world is so awesome that our baseline has changed.
Exactly. Can we just
Wait, hang on a
We talked
sec,
about the cat
Eager
staying like 8
McBeaver.
times.
Okay? The cat gets U.S. citizenship at the end.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
He recites the Pledge of Allegiance.
Fucking fascist.
Yeah, honestly, like, you can imagine me starting at the worst point of the movie, watching the worst point of it, and then he sings the Pledge of Allegiance at this point in time,
full.
2 days
On-
after the
on, like,
4th
July
of July,
5th.
and it's like, oh god.
Yeah, let's
do
do
meowmeters.
Let's do it, dude. It's 84 degrees
Yeah,
in my
that's what I'm
room
saying.
right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Losing.
Okay,
My capacity.
So, meowmeter, I think it's gonna be pretty high. We only got like 2 cats.
Wait, Ryan.
What?
What is the meowmeter? We can't just rush into
My
things.
God,
Okay?
I forgot we're
These-
dealing with
the
idiots.
Audience, we don't know what the audience knows.
Okay, so the meowmeter is a rating of how cat is this cat movie. Like, does this comport with our ideations of what a cat movie should be? And our scores are going to be different. But it's not the same as our actual movie score. It's not what we think of the movie as good or bad. So we'll do that separately later as a movie meter. But right now, our cat meter or the meow meter, I'm going to give this a pretty high. I think this is going to be an 8 on the cat meter. I think because it's just so cat. Like, there's only one, but there's so many cat jokes. There's like cat food jokes. There's like all these. It's pretending to be a real cat for most of it. I think that I think it's good. I think it's pretty cat. I think in order to get to a 9 or a 10, you'd have to be like you'd have to have more cats. But we did get some cat related humor in this, especially with like at the apartments and stuff. And I think that my criticisms of the movie are not cat related. Oh, good cacting.
Yeah, I agree. I give this movie a lot of credit for having an actual cat.
Mm-hmm.
Something that a lot of cat movies surprisingly don't do. Because cats are so easy to get to do things on command. So this movie gets a lot of points there. We gave a 10 to the cat return. So I'm kind of basing the meter off of that so far. As far as volume of the cat, there is a lot of humans in this movie, a lot of human acting, human subplots, but that's understandable given the content. This cat is also not a cat from Earth, all right? This is a cat from outer space. We don't know if this is the same Felis catus that we're basing the season off of, okay? This guy could have like 24 tentacles inside of him or something. Like, we don't know his biology, right? Like what he thinks is a cat is probably different from ours.
The
So,
supercomputer
that
did
could
cover
affect the
that.
meter.
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt it. It said that.
The supercomputer said, "Oh, you're right. You're right,
Yeah.
Jace. Okay, all right. Scratch my. Yeah, the computer said definitely a cat. It was a good bit. Yeah, there was jokes, like Ryan said. There was a horny undercurrent. Like I mentioned that in cat movies. All right, there is some kind of psychosexual thing about cats that are in all these movies. There was definitely there. In this one, he was a cool, chill guy. I liked this like cat performance. Really nice looking Abyssinian cat. Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8 as well. I think I agree with Ryan here. I don't have a lot to dock this on. If you went more cat with a live action cat thing, you would be getting into an ethical territory that I think is troubling.
I'm going to go one above you. I don't think we're going to get a cat movie like this with this level of cat acting with a real cat at this level of volume in the rest of the season, which means that the only other thing I would be saving for a 9 would be, well, I know what movies are coming down the pipeline, and I don't think a single one of them has a real life cat. I feel really strongly in giving this a 9 just because of what it did. Really, really strong cat acting. Cat got handled by a lot of different actors in like really crazy ways and was just like kind of chill the whole time. And yeah, all the things you said. I want to give, giving The Cat Returns a 10. That was a pleasant story, animated story about a cat. I think it says something that you have an actual cat actor in a movie at this type of volume. And yeah, 9 meows.
Movie meters. Ryan, what do you think about this movie?
Woof. No, I mean, no, not woof.
No.
Meow.
Meow.
I think it's a hard one to grade because I think legitimately the first like half hour is really good. I think the final like hour and 15 minutes was some of the worst, like bad of the bad movie that we've had to deal with. It reminds me of those like Welsh holiday horror movies that we would find and watch.
We've seen one, okay?
And so I think that's exactly my logic for grading this movie is I'm going to give it full marks for the runtime that I liked it, which was 40%. So I'm going to give it 4 out of 10. I thought the humor was actually like really good. And some of the jokes, especially with the army, how they would like come up with these like systematic jokes, like you guys said, with the hierarchies and stuff like that. That was like actually pretty good. And I don't know why the whole movie wasn't fun. So that's pretty much all I have to say about that. There's one or two things I think where they were so, the concept like of sci-fi stuff like this was so foreign to them that they didn't do that much like brainstorming or thought experimenting in the writing room. Because there's a scene where the telekinetic cat has to get in his spaceship, and the spaceship's in a hangar with the doors open, and the telekinetic cat who owns a spaceship and is about to fly the fucking thing is like, we got to get it out of the hangar. And they decide to tow it with a riding lawnmower like 50 feet to get it out of the... And like, number one, that riding lawnmower doesn't have any more torque than you do. Like, just get a rope and fucking pull it. And second, like, you're a telekinetic cat and it's a fucking spaceship. Like, just get in it.
He's lazy.
And just like stuff like that. I think that the idea was half-baked. And this movie could have been saved in the editing room. Take off like 20 minutes. And I think we have a much better movie. It might even be like a 6 or a 7 out of 10 for me if it was like 25 minutes shorter.
Yeah, you bring up a good point, Ryan. This is an hour 45. This is asking a lot from the parents and the kids going to the, I guess staying home and watching this movie. I will say, though, when you said we are watching The Cat from Outer Space, I was expecting like a Moonfall level, like I am not going to enjoy any part of this movie. It's from the 70s. It's probably going to be a fever dream. It's going to be a slog to get through. I was enjoying this way more than I expected. Okay, like in the beginning, I was laughing at all the jokes. I was actually pretty invested in the story. I was like, this is fun. Like, I'm enjoying this. I actually like the lead actors in this movie. I think Frank's really fun to watch. Like, but him and the cat have good chemistry, I guess. I think the actress who plays Liz, her comedic timing's really good in this movie. Like I was really enjoying this. It does fall apart, like you said, in the third act of this movie. The action sequence is god awful. I was reading actually reviews from the 70s, and multiple reviewers were like, Jesus fucking Christ, like shorten that airplane sequence, please. So I know even back then, people were not into this shit. I'm gonna give it a 6.5. I think this movie is not a bad watch. All right. Too long, like you said, Ryan. I think there's a fan cut. Maybe there's a director's cut of this movie that I think will kind of maybe add some exposition to kind of justify the runtime. Like I think maybe there's a 2.5 hour cut that could be actually really good at this movie that can elevate it to a 10. So, Jace, what do you think about this movie? Do you like this? Do you hate this?
Right down the middle. The movie, it kind of went down easy for the most part. I was enjoying the watch up until, the final third. I don't think any of the actors phoned home. I think everyone was kind of giving it their all, and all of the characters, E.T. I think I enjoyed all of the characters for what they were on screen. I had like a physical reaction to Garbage Man coming in and being like, I'm using your TV. I was just like, this character.
That's like Jace's nightmare.
I think it was particularly effective. The comedic bits got me for the most part. I think after the 7th Sergeant Major Colonel joke, I was maybe a little over it. I'm going to give it a 5.
That is so much higher than I thought we would go. I'll have to say, folks. Yeah, it's out there. Have you seen this? We did it. You've seen Cat from Outer Space? We did the episode. We reviewed it. We made it through.
If you want to see the rip-off sequel, watch E.T.
Yeah, okay, they did do that E.T. bike sequence.
Yeah.
Before E.T.
Yeah. Oh, E.T.'s a major Cat from Outer Space ripoff. Everybody knows this.
He's just trying to get back home. Wait, actually, no, Ryan, I think you're actually right, though, because I think it's almost beat for beat.
It's a Cat from Outer Space ripoff.
But the E.T. doesn't stay here because he finds another ballsack-looking person to have sex with. Let us know what you think about this movie. Let us know what you think about a review. Subscribe to our podcast. Review our podcast. I got the next movie, I believe. Now, listen. We're going to have some guest episodes coming up. So we already locked in with 3 movies that are going to happen. Now, I'm not going to spoil what these 3 movies are quite yet, but some of them are not good. So I want to pick a movie that might be fun to watch, just a good movie before we go on this dark path. I want to watch Puss in Boots, The Last Wish,
sick.
From 2022. I haven't seen that movie. I haven't seen any of the Puss in Boots movies.
This is not the original Puss in Boots spinoff.
It's the second Puss in Boots movie.
Do I need to watch the rest of the Shrek movies and Puss in Boots?
No, you do not.
I don't think so. Jace, have you seen this movie?
Okay. Oh, you have?
I heard it's fun. I'm probably going to watch the 2011 Puss in Boots just to kind of, do my thing. But, folks at home, you're not obligated.
That's a big gap. Like
11 years. Yeah.
Yeah, like Beyond Thunderdome to Fury Road.
That is actually, like, if you grew up, like, if you were 11 and you saw this, like...
You'd be an adult. You'd be out of college.
You'd be in college. That's wild. Join us next week, or whenever we review this, for Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Let us know what you'd like us to see for a cat season. It'll probably be too late.
We're not going to fucking listen to you. We're locked in for the next...
Fucking listen to you. We're locked in. All right, but I hope it aligns. Should we leave our audience with a transmission from space, a piece of advice for humankind?
Attention.
All
ordinary.
Avoid.
Going.
To.
Or.
Touching.
/
Jesus Christ.
Feeling.
The.
Skleblorb.
Unless.
You.
Wash.
Your.
Scrimble.
So close.
Pause? That's good. The cats will get that.
Yeah, the cats will love that.
You crazy cat.